What's up, guys? Travis from Teamyts again, and you guys were asking for it, so we're going to give it to you. This is Cory.
Hello.
And he's going to show you guys his Dark World build that he's been playing for a while now. So go ahead, Cory. Show us what you got.
First 3 cards up is the boss monster of the deck, Grapha. He is awesome. When you discard him to the graveyard using a Dark World effect or anything, he can pop 1 card in the field, and if you have a Dark World in the field, like Snow or anything else, you can bounce him. You can bounce that back to your hand, summon him to the field, and he's just there
From your graveyard.
Yeah, from the graveyard. And he just truly never dies unless you remove it from play. But even that won't keep him around anymore. I'll show you later. Next 3 are the Searcher of the deck, Snow. Just like Grapha or any Dark World, when it's discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, she searches out any Dark World card. So she's just overall good.
And what most people fail to realize, guys, is that Snow can search out the field spell.
Yeah.
Like, some people overlook the fact that it can search out any Dark World cards. So.
Next up is Beige. He's just discard him to the grave, and he special summons himself. And with Gates on the field, he's turns into a 1900 beater. He's also fodder for Grapha. The next 3 is Brow, Huntsman of the Dark World. He is your he's your draw power. Discard him, and you draw 1. If you use him with Gates, then you get to draw 2. So, because Gates allows you to draw 1. So he's really good. And most recently in this set, which really broke Dark Worlds, is Trance Archfiend. He is, when he's on the field, you can once per turn you can discard a Fiend type monster to the grave, and he gains 500. So he allows you to get off Dark World effects. And if you happen to have your Grapha or any Dark World removed from play, when he's destroyed and sent to the grave, he allows you to bring it back to your hand. So it allows you to reuse your Grapha or your Dark World monsters. And with Gates, he becomes a 2300 beater, so he's really, really good. Next up is good old Morphine Jar. He's really trolly. Usually, if you flip him up on your turn, if you draw the right hand, you will win. But other than that, he just allows you to, like if you're really dead, if you have no cards in your hand, he just allows you to draw 5.
And disrupt your opponent's plays too, for sure.
Yeah. And Sangan, you should all know what he does. He allows you to search out Morphine Jar and Brow. Next 3 is the Field Spell in the heart of the deck. Gates of the Dark World. All Fiend types gain 300 attack and defense.
Remove 1, discard 1, draw 1.
Yep. Enough said. And this card is really good. Drag Down the Grave. This allows you to gain information on your opponent. You show each other your hand. They discard 1. And then you each discard 1, then draw 1. But you usually will set all your spells and traps and just leave Dark World monsters.
I'll let them know. You discard your opponent, and you choose from each other's hands which card you want to discard.
So it allows you to see your opponent. Allows you to see your opponent's hand and just allow you to have information. Also with Mind Crush. Dark World dealings. You each draw 1, discard 1. It allows you to get up Dark World effects.
And speed for the deck too.
Yeah. 2 Pot of Duality. It's usually good first turn. Allows you to set up plays, and it's just really good. You just gotta use it carefully along with Grapha. Foolish Burial. I use it because it allows you to set up 1 Grapha in the grave to use, and it allows you to just have them in there.
It's like you said earlier, Grapha can be clumpy and cloggy in the hand, so it lets you get 1 of them out of there and leaves 2 for.
You would think drawing 2 or 3 of him will be good, but it's really not. Card Destruction, just really good. Like if you have a field of Grapha in your hand and your opponent has a whole field, just blow shit up.
Yeah, it sets up explosive plays.
Allure, draw 2, remove 1 dark from play. Now that you have Trance Archfiend, I usually remove Grapha from my hand if I feel he's too cloggy. And then if I have a Trance in hand, I just summon him, let them destroy him, and add it back. And so this is draw power of the deck, and now with Trance, you don't have to fear having cards removed from play. Monster Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, staple. And 2 MSTs, staple. Dark Smog, really good this format. You discard during either player's turn. I have to say that you can discard a fiend and remove a card from your opponent's graveyard. So it screws up Inzectors.
Now, why only 1 and not 2? Like some people I know run 2, but why just 1?
2 is too cloggy. 1 usually does its job, and it makes them piss away an option to get rid of it. I normally don't use it very often, but when I do, it really.
Yeah, it wasn't that really made to like stop. Like it was made kind of to slow down plants and stuff. So you run it at 1, it's still very disrupting to people.
2, Mind Crush. It allows you to like if you use it with combo with Dry Down to the Grave, allows you to see your opponent's hand and allows you to use that information against them. So Mind Crush. I have to say this, there was a ruling placed on Mind Crush.
It's not really a ruling, it's more of a formality.
Yeah.
Basically that like at some events, like, you know, we heard that when you play Mind Crush, like normally some like people just show you their hand to clarify if you called a target or not. But as a formality, I guess they said that judges can come over and look at their hand and let you know if there's no card. And not sure if that information is correct or not.
I heard at locals. I'm not.
Just beware.
Yeah, most people really don't care, so they just show you their hand.
Just beware because there are a lot of pricks at like these big events.
Yeah. Eradicator, Epidemic Virus. This card is really good if you can get it off, especially at decks that run a lot of spells or traps.
Heroes.
I screwed over Travis many times today with this. You tribute a dart monster with 2,500 attacks, so Grapha, and then you call either spell or traps. And for the next 3 turns, they also, if they have face down cards, they must show you their face down, so it's really good information. And their one problem is that it can be Starlight Roaded, and he did do that, and it screwed me over on Saturday. But you just tribute Grapha, since you don't have to worry about him being gone forever, and just drop like whatever the situation calls for. Just you either call spell or trap. Deck Devastation Virus, tribute 1 dart monster with 2,000 more attack and
kills Inzectors.
Yeah. And with both of these viruses, they have to show you their hand too, so it's really good information.
And the other thing, guys, with these viruses is whenever they draw a card. So if he flips a Morphing Jar and you draw 5 cards, you have to reveal every single card that you draw.
It's very, very destructive. In this, it hits monsters with 500 less, 1,500 less attack, which is really good this format. It hits windups, it hits rabbits, and it hits Inzectors. And it really screws them over. But with Inzectors, you kind of got to be careful because they could draw into a card later on after deck devastation if you haven't killed them by then. And my personal tech choice, Skill Drain. It's really good against most decks, and it does shut them down. If you can get this first turn against Inzectors and they can't draw an MS tier Heavy Storm, you'll most likely win.
Especially with deck dev on the backup.
Yeah,
because everything in Inzector's 1,000. Well, mostly 1,000 or less.
Yeah, except Centipede. It doesn't hit at Centipede, but I used it on Sunday. I used it against a friend with Eradicator, and I chose spells, and it just shut him off completely, and it just ruined him again when he was playing Inzector. So it's really, really good. And the extra deck is optional. I just have cards I find that are useful on some occasions. Chimera Tech, if they have a Cyber Dragon and they leave it open
it's just a trolley extra deck pretty much.
Utopia if you have 2 Snows on the field.
Or 2 level 4s, like 2 Beiges by card destruction or something.
Yeah. Stardust if you Monster Reborn and you have if you're reborn one of their 4 stars with a 5 or 4. And then Black Rose, just and if you have Roach, I don't have Roach, but if you have him, put him in there because he does work with Gates of the Dark.
And then you have a Zen mains, but it's around here, you know. And then you can put in Leviers and all this other shit.
Yeah, the extra deck is optional to you and you completely.
Yeah, it's not really recommended.
Yeah.
So.
And sides up to you. I usually put in Twisters and Doom Cows. I would usually side out one Trance and a Sangan for the Doom Cows, and like if Skill isn't working for you or the virus aren't working for you, you can side them out and put in whatever you feel. So that's just my deck of Dark World, and I hope you enjoy it. Like, comment, rate, subscribe.
And here is Zim of Teamyts.